Hey everybody, let me go over here, oops, and make us live over here on Instagram, maybe, here we go. It's always like this little delay of what's gonna happen, when is it gonna go live, when am I gonna be able to get in here? Okay, so hi everybody, great to see you, great to have you. Come on in, say hi, say hello. Say where you're watching from. Let's see. I am not quite sure why this is not showing up as being on Instagram. Let me just double check over here. Hi, beach girl from New York City. Okay, so it is live there. I'm not quite sure. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. So we have somebody from Michigan over here. We have Audrey from Canada on Instagram over here. Great to have you. Great to have you. Turn this way a little bit. Hi, Sandra from Valley View, Alberta. Hi, the Hue Therapist. It is great to have you all here. We have Israel is here. Great to have you. Shalom. Hi from New York. Hi from Montreal. I see you fine on Instagram. Great. Sassy from Kansas, a Cali girl is here. North Carolina, Tammy from California, hi from Connecticut, hi from Ocean City, Maryland. I wish I were there. The Hue Therapist is from Puerto Rico. Great to have you. Hi, Julia from Maryland. Let's see, we have Rhodes, Greece here, Sherry from Jackson, Mississippi, British Columbia. Oh my gosh, Sarah from the UK. Guys, I'm so excited. This is so much fun. Connecticut. I'm so excited. It is so wonderful. Hi from North Carolina. Melissa from Texas, India. It is so great to have you guys all here and from so many different places. Isn't the internet just a wonderful thing sometimes when you can get together with all these wonderful people who love the same craft that you do? I mean, we've got Ireland here. We've got another New York City. Okay, so yes, there was that big storm that came up the East Coast. Hopefully everybody is safe. I know for us, it was definitely more west of where we were. So we ended up not getting too much where we are. But yes, I'm hoping that those people that were in the path of the last storm, and I think there might be another storm that came through too. But I'm hoping everybody is safe. Everybody had time to crochet and get stuff made and everything. So yes, we're so excited to have you here. Today, we are going to chat. Oh no, heavy smoke. I'm assuming you're north or west, Sandra, with heavy smoke. So lots of rain. Other areas are heavy flooding. Yes, heavy flooding is never a good thing. I forgot to pull something up. Let me quick look and see if I can do it quick. If not, it's okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Okay, so today I wanted to come chat with you guys, see how you're doing. Oh, lots of flooding from Debbie in Quebec. I'm so sorry, Debbie. Flooding is never fun. Hopefully, if you have a basement, you are staying dry because I know that's a big thing around where we are. We have basements in my area, and when we flood, basements get ruined. So hopefully that's all good. Hopefully you're staying out of the water when you're driving so that you can be safe. Okay. Haha, Karen, yes. You saw on the website that we are now selling Lemonwood mini minders. That is correct. We have 3 different versions of the mini minder, so you can pick from 3 different options. We have like a fall tree option. We have one with yarn balls on it, and then we have another option which is like a magenta-y purple and a green color. They are gorgeous. If you don't know what the mini minders are, they're a 2-piece wood yarn holder. So it has a round base to it, and then it has a second piece, and it comes apart so you can lay it flat. You can keep it in your portfolio. If you have one of those, I know I have to get a mini minder to put in mine. It'll fit perfectly in this back section. But so it's 2 pieces, technically 3 because there's a handle to it. But you take the one piece that's like the stem, you stick it so that the disc sits on it, and then your ball of yarn would sit on it like this, and then it has a handle so you can either attach it to something, attach it to your wrist while you're walking. And yeah, they're really great. I thought I had one here. Hold on one second. I think I have one right over here. I do. Okay, sorry about that. So this is the Lemonwood mini minder that goes together. So it's your flat disc piece. It is your stem piece. And then you stick it through here like this. And then you get a handle and you can clip this right to there. And now it sits here. The cool thing is that this will spin now. And then so you can either put this on your wrist if you want to, or you could like take this and you could hook it together or kind of slip it over something, a hook or something like that. And then your ball of yarn sits on it. Should have done that part first. So like if you have a cake or a donut or whatever, you can stick it right on there. You can pull from the outside as you're working. And there you go. So then you just pull from the outside. Sorry, you can't hold this piece or it doesn't spin. Hold it up here. And then it'll just kind of spin. And it's this nice little contraption that then when you're done, you can take your yarn off. You can take the pieces apart. You can lay this all flat. It does come with a little bag, so you can put all of your pieces into your bag really easily, so you don't lose anything. And then it will fit in this back compartment of your portfolio. You can just slide it in there. Now, it is going to make your portfolio a little bit fatter if you have a portfolio, as you can see, but it fits in there, so you could keep it in here. So you always have like a yarn bowl with you when you're traveling. It'll fit right into that portfolio then, and you can keep all your pieces together. So yeah, there's 3 different ones. This was the one. Then this is like a florally one. There's also one that is like autumn trees. And then there is another one that is yarn bowls. So let me I can grab that link maybe. Mini minder. Yeah, here it is. I'm going to throw it in there into the chat for you. So if you are here on Instagram or Facebook, you'll be able to see that in the chat. If you're on Instagram, go ahead and you can search for mini minder in our search box, and then you'll be able to find it. All 3 are under one listing, so you can pick which one of the 3 that you like. So yeah, thank you for the reminder of that. We love these. Lemonwood is the brand, the original brand that made them. So we partnered with them to get some custom plates. And yeah, that's where we are. So we got those. They're really great. Yakish should be available, from what I heard, this week or by the beginning of next week. It is here in the warehouse. We just had to get it up online. So yeah. Okay, so what is the portfolio? Oh, you bought one, Sweet Bee Crochet. Woohoo! Which one did you get? We love them so much. We think they're such a great idea. Okay, the portfolio that I am talking about is this wonderful contraption. And I say wonderful because, you know, I helped design it and create it. It is this little wonderful portfolio. Let me sorry guys, Janice is no longer here anymore. She retired from us. And you know what? Now I have to go ahead and I've got to do it all by myself. And that's okay. It's just going to take me a second or two sometimes when we want to get an additional link that I might not have had right away. So I'm putting that link in here for the folio in the chat for YouTube and Facebook. If you're on Instagram, go ahead and check folio, not portfolio, but folio in the search bar, and it should come up. They're awesome. They're great. I love them. So it's just like a little clutch like we have for our knitting needles on the knit pick side of things. But what we did is we created, yes, okay, it's the right direction. When I'm doing it backwards, sometimes I don't know. We created this folio. It's got a nice zipper pocket here. In my zipper pocket, I have one of our sticky notepads for keeping notes for different projects that you're working on. You could put whatever else you want in there. Then when you open it up like this, you have room for a pencil, a crochet hook, a scissors. Up here is a magnetic piece, so it holds a darning needle and your stitch markers right up in there. And then it comes with these elastic bands. Yes, that's a corner to corner project I'm working on. And so it fits like a little notebook in here if you want. It also fits our different books that we have over the past year. They're the perfect size to go in here. And it also fits our patterns. Now, this is not one of our patterns, but our patterns are now made in the booklet form. So all you have to do when you print them out is it'll print out like a book, and you can slide it right into the elastic pieces. You can have multiple patterns in one project notebook. You can have notebooks and a pattern, kind of however you want to do it. I'm going to talk about this pattern in just a second. And then it magnets closed. On the back, it's got a snap pocket. In mine, I have my stitch markers, like my locking stitch markers. These are also WeCrochet ones. And I've got my tape measure in there, all the types of things that I'm going to need for different projects. And it really just makes it easy that I can throw this into my bag, and I've got everything. I've got my notions pouch in here. I've got my pattern. I've got a pencil. I've got scissors. I've got everything I'm going to need in this one folio, and it just really makes it great. If you don't have the folio yet, you can get the folio, and you can get like an accessories pack that's going to come with your stitch markers. And I forget what else all comes in it, but you can get it like filled. It won't actually be filled. You'll have to fill it, but you can get the accessory pack to go with it. Yeah, Dawn has it and you love it. I know, I love it so much. This was my baby, and I'm so glad we were able to bring it to the market and everything else. I just love it from the perspective of having everything together, being able to keep multiple patterns in here. And again, I just know that I always have everything I'm going to need right in here. Now that I have my mini minder, that's going to be staying in the back here too. So if I ever need a yarn bowl or things, I can use that mini minder to go ahead and do it. So yeah, don't you love it? It's so great. We love it, love it, love it. So you can check this out. It only comes in the one color, in the teal color, but it is so wonderful. It feels so good. It's like a nice soft, it's not real leather. It's, I guess, pleather, if you want to call it that. But it's really great. It looks like a little clutch, and then it just opens up like this and has a bunch of pockets to keep all of your stuff in. And over here, there's also a pocket that I have like my abbreviations card in case I would ever need that to be able to look it up. So you can house multiple projects, just throw them in. You can see that one pattern that's just like laying in here, that does not have anything attached to it, but that's because I just pull it out as I need it and I want to take it places. It folds up amazing. Throw it in your bag. Speaking of, though, this was one of the things I did want to share with you. So I told you last time that I'm working on a pattern test for Knitter Nodder. So I'm going to put the link in here. So you can search for Knitter Nodder on social media, for her website, for everything else. And she is doing this new crochet along called the Maya Hexagon Cardigan. It is a Tunisian pattern. And oh my gosh, I love it so much. This is as far as I got. So this is like, you're working a hexagon, you make these nice balloon sleeves here. And then what I need to do is I still need to add a little bit to the bottom and to the body to get it the size that I want. And yes, Tunisian curls, but it'll stop curling once we get the ribbing on here on the front. But I mean, look at that. It's done in Brava worsted. It's 4 different colors, with then one color for your background, which gives you these nice like pearl bumps or ridges. It is amazing. So check out her website to see how this crochet along is going. Again, this is Tunisian, but it is absolutely phenomenal. She's got videos to show you, because I'll be honest, I've never done a Tunisian hexagon, like, you know, because I mean, I've done Tunisian in the round, but I've never done like the spiral out, because it's like a flat piece, but you're working in the round. I've only ever done round like for sleeves and stuff. And she's got some really great videos to help you along the way for doing each of the steps so that you can go ahead and make it. I love how the colors turned out. I'll be honest, I grabbed kind of like what I had available. And these were the colors that I put together. I think it's turning out amazing. I love it so much. It's going to have more of the gray, this gray here at the bottom to give me some of my length. And it's going to get a gray panel at the back between the two sides just to give it that extra spacing so that you can put your collar around the front then. And it's going to be so beautiful. And it's so thick. I mean, this is what the inside looks like. So you can see it's like a double layer of fabric. It's going to be so warm and comfy come the cool weather months. I love it. A little bit more advanced, but I still think you can do it if you're following along with the videos. And make sure to follow the Knitter Knotter. She does amazing things with Tunisian. We're so glad that she's working with us and so excited about this crochet along. And I got to get my butt moving because I'm only halfway through. I finished this sleeve last night. So now I got to start working on my second panel so that I can put it together. I think I'm going to wait until I do my second panel before I figure out how much length I want to do, because then I can at least pin it together in the back and try it on. Because like right now, like, yeah, I can put it on my arm and stuff, but like, I'm still not sure exactly where this is going to sit until I have the second panel to attach in the back, because it does curl. And then I can really decide how much length I want to add to it, plus the edging to it. So that's going to be where I am. I'm going to sit here on this particular side, start the second side, and then make those final decisions so that it fits me perfectly. So, but look at that. It's so amazing. I love it so much. Totally join in. Again, it's Brava worsted. So, you know, you're not going to break the bank on it. It's going to be super warm, super comfy. I just love it. And the balloon sleeves are so amazing. They're so big and fluffy. I just love it so much. I love it, love it, love it. I can't say enough. Okay. So that was that. We were here to talk about a brand new collection. We haven't even gotten there yet. Oh my gosh, what are we doing? Okay, let me grab, where did it go? I put it over here. Okay, so I'm going to grab this link for you. For those of you on Instagram, you can search for Hooked on Quilting. That is the brand new collection that we have. It's a 5-pattern collection of crochet quilts. Like, it is amazing. So we worked with the fabulous designer. Oh, let me get this right, because I want to say something for her name and I'm afraid we're going to get it wrong. While They Dream, is that correct? Yes, I think that's correct. So we worked with her and it was absolutely wonderful. And she created these 5 patterns for us, and they're all based off of quilts. Like, she looked at the quilting industry, looked at the most popular kind of quilts and said, okay, how do we translate that into crochet? Because we know a lot of us are multi-crafty. Great. We know that a lot of us like to dabble and try things. Great. But sometimes you just want what you know and to make it look like something else that you're trying to achieve. And so I think it turned out absolutely amazing. It's basically using a lot of squares, except for the one which is kind of worked in panels. But most of them are worked in different squares, half squares, things like that. And then you're putting them together to create these phenomenal quilts. Let me see if I can get this to share the right screen, because sometimes, there it is. Okay. So this is what the collection looks like. This is the cover of the book that you can see here. It is only available in an ebook version, or you can get the patterns individually. Either way works, but yeah, it's only individual or in the ebook version. And there's 5 patterns. I mean, come on. The colors in here are absolutely gorgeous that were selected. They really pop. They really have a lot of interest and are really great. I love this one so much. I will say this one here is my absolute favorite. I want to make this one. I think I will make it in exactly the same colors that are in here. It is just absolutely gorgeous. But again, using, in this particular one, granny squares that are worked, some in multiple colors, some in solid colors, to create these beautiful, beautiful quilts. This one here is actually 2 cardinals, one here, one here. You can see more photos and different angles of photos if you're looking at each of the individual patterns, which you can go ahead and search for those as well if you are looking in our new pattern section. This one here is done in Tunisian, and this is the one where I said it's not squares. This is actually panels that are put together. And it makes like a tree kind of feel to it. And then the last one here is a corner to corner quilt. And it's got these great little like houses and trees and the star in the middle. They're so awesome. And the cool thing about this too is if you click on this link here, it's going to take you over to our Connecting Threads brand, which is a sister brand of ours. And what they're doing is they are posting patterns every week to match one of the patterns in the book. So right here, you'll see here's the first one. So you'll be able to get a free quilt pattern if you like to quilt or want to share with somebody or want to make the crochet version and the quilted version. You have that option too, and you can just click through on that link. So it's really awesome. Yes. I understand, Leah, with the printing of books. We would love to print books. Unfortunately, at this time, with the pricing of what it costs to print a book and the number of people that are buying the books, they're just not doing it right now. So we are trying to find a new printer to be able to possibly start printing again in the future. But for right now, some of the collections are just going to be ebooks so that we can still get them out. I mean, not that it's a great solution, but the way that we have the patterns, you can print them out individually if you want to. Even if you're buying the ebook, you can tell it which pages to print, and then you'll be able to have one of the patterns. I mean, that's exactly what I do. So for instance, this is the PDF pattern for that hexagon cardigan, and I just printed it out, so I could keep it in my portfolio, but because I don't do very well with doing it on a computer, and I get it. And I know it's even harder when you're like pattern testing, and I've got to keep double checking that if I'm finding an issue in the pattern, I have to double check to make sure that like it wasn't updated in the online version and it's just not updated in my print version. So it does cause a little bit of an extra step for me, but I would still prefer to have the paper because as you can see, I can make notes. I crossed off the stuff that's not in the size that I'm making. I can keep tally of the different things that I'm doing. So I'm totally with you. I love a printed pattern. And I will be honest too, like, even though I love books, I still end up trying to get like the ebook version of it so I can print it out because I don't want to write in my book. I mean, yes, I use Post-it notes and things like that, but there's something too about just being able to print it on your own printer. Black and white even is what I do, and then I can just kind of make all of the notes that I want. One other thing that I did want to share about, let me go back over here and grab the link. Right now, we have a 30% off sale off of Comfy Yarn. So I'm going to put the link in here over on Facebook and YouTube so that you can go ahead and do that. If you're on Instagram, you can just go over and search for Comfy Yarn. You'll be able to find it. It's 30% off right now, so you want to head over there. No coupon code needed. Just go ahead and make a purchase of the Comfy Yarn. You're going to love it. Everybody's loving it. I know there's a brand new pattern from Brianna Kay that just came out. It's like a boho-y granny stripe with some granny squares at the bottom. I love it so much. I would like to make one eventually. We will get there. Okay, so the shawls, let me grab that for you. So that is from our Shoreline collection. So I'm going to put a link in here for the whole collection so that you can see that. And then I'll put in the link for these two particular pieces. So the one over here is done in, okay, so it says it's gloss fingering, and this is not gloss fingering. This is Hawthorne fingering. And I'll put a link in here so you guys can have that link. This one is called the Coastal Coral Shawl. So again, if you're on Instagram and not seeing those links, this is the Coastal Coral Shawl. And isn't it just stunning? It's just a little bit extra to put over your shoulders to kind of keep the chill away a little bit. Yes, it has a lot of holes, but if it's not windy, this is going to keep you warm. I mean, not like super duper warm, but it's going to keep that chill off of you, especially like if you're walking around at night, if you're going into a restaurant or whatever else it might be. And then the gray and pink one, I'm going to throw that link in here as well. The one over here, this is called the Malibu wrap. And it's a very, very long wrap. So you could adjust the size of this depending on what you want to do. I love how thick it is. Like you can't even see it all. Like here's the bottom, here's the top. It's really great because you can put it over your shoulders and it's going to go from your shoulders down to probably at least your elbow. Again, depending on how tall you are and how long your arms are, but it's really going to be a great thing to wrap over yourself to keep that chill out. As you might be going to some different places over the summer and trying to stay cool, but yet warm. I know if that makes any sense, right? But yeah, those are the two wonderful shawls here. They were from our Shoreline collection that came out, I guess, almost 2 years ago now. So again, I did put the link in there so you can see all of the patterns in the collection, or you can go ahead and get them individually. So I think that's everything. We talked about the sale. We talked about the new collection. We talked about the lovely garments. We talked about the folio. We talked about a lot of things today. Thank you so much for joining me today and chatting. It's been wonderful. I hope you guys are making and stitching and happy. I know I'm going to be continuing to stitch on the crochet along. Again, this is from Knitter Knotter, and it is called the Maya Hexagon Cardigan. It's done in Tunisian, so join in the fun. Let me know what colors you're going to be making yours in if you are joining in. But yeah, it's going to be great. And I'll be sure to show you when I'm completely done with it, just so you can see it. And yeah, grab that comfy yarn while you still can. There's so many great patterns. I know we had Hannah on not too long ago. That top that she was wearing was in our, was it in Marine? No, I can't remember. But it was a beautiful top that she had worked 2 panels. That was also in the comfy fingering. So yeah, there's so many options out there in comfy fingering, sport, worsted, bulky. Have fun with it. But thank you guys all for joining us live today. Thank you for chatting with me, and we will see you in another week. Have a great week and some happy stitching to everybody. Hopefully you can get some